Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఉన్న గ్రామర్ని తెలుసుకుందాం. 3 చూద్దాం. యూనిట్ నెంబర్ 3లో ముందుగా వొకాబులరీ. అంటే వొకాబులరీలో ఏముంది? ద ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఈజ్ రిచ్ విత్ వర్డ్స్ borrowed from various languages. మనకు తెలుసు. However, many languages of these words can be confusing due to their similar spellings or meanings. కాబట్టి వీటిని అర్థం చేసుకోవడం, అలాగే వాటి యొక్క వర్డ్స్ యొక్క మీనింగ్స్ని, వాటిని ఎలా ఉపయోగించాలి అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. కాబట్టి మనం ఏ కొత్త లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకున్నా కూడా అది ముందుగా కొంచెం ఛాలెంజింగ్గా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే మనకు తెలియని వర్డ్స్ ఎన్నో కూడా మనము ఎదురుపడుతూ తారసపడుతూ ఉంటాం. కాబట్టి ఈ వర్డ్స్ కొన్ని ఏమవుతుందంటే సౌండ్ సిమిలర్గా ఉంటాయి. అంటే హోమోఫోన్స్, హోమోనిమ్స్, హోమోగ్రాఫ్స్ అని మనం ముందుగా తెలుసుకోవడం జరిగింది యూనిట్ నెంబర్ 1లో. అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ కామన్లీ కన్ఫ్యూజ్డ్ వర్డ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఫారిన్ లాంగ్వేజెస్. అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్లో మనకి కొన్ని ఫారిన్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ నుంచి తీసుకున్న వర్డ్స్ అనేది మనం గమనించవచ్చు. ఇందులో ముఖ్యంగా మనం చూడొచ్చు అల్యూమినీ, అల్యూమినస్, అల్యూమినా. ఇక్కడ అల్యూమినీ అంటే ప్లూరల్ ఫర్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్కి ఉపయోగిస్తుంటాము. అది ఏదైనా జెండర్ కావచ్చు, అంటే మేల్ కావచ్చు, ఫీమేల్ కావచ్చు. అదేవిధంగా అల్యూమినస్ అంటే ఇది సింగులర్, ఓన్లీ ఫర్ మేల్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్కి. అల్యూమినస్, అల్యూమినా అంటే ఫీమేల్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్కి. అంటే సింగులర్ ప్లూరల్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, ప్లూరల్ మాత్రం సేమ్ ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా బ్యాలెట్ అండ్ బ్యాలెట్. యూ జస్ట్ లుక్ ఎట్ ద స్పెల్లింగ్. ఇక్కడ ఎల్ఈటి అండ్ ఎల్ఓటి. ఇక్కడ ఏ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్టిస్టిక్ డ్యాన్స్. ఈటీ. ఓటీ అయితే సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ ఓటింగ్. మనకి ఎలక్షన్ జరిగినప్పుడు ఉండే వాటిని ఓటీ అంటారు. బ్యాలెట్ ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ద సేమ్, only the spelling is the difference. You see that. Similarly, commonly confused words for foreign languages. Continuation చూసినప్పుడు coffee, right? Cafe is a small restaurant where drinks and light meals are served. Like we met at a cozy cafe downtown. Coffee is a kind of beverage made from roasted coffee beans. I need a cup of coffee to start my day, right? Similarly, debut, right? It's like a deja vu, a feeling of having already experienced the present situation. Like I had a strange sense of deja vu when I entered the room, right? A kind of feeling. Debut, this is a kind of first public appearance, right? The actor made his film debut last year, like this is one. Next, ensemble. You just look at the spelling here. Especially a group of musicians or actors or dancers who perform together, an ensemble, right? This is again a coordinated outfit or set of clothes, right? So that's what you have to see that. Next, identifying common errors in writing with reference to modifiers, right? What is modifiers here? ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్పొచ్చు. వీటిని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే కరెక్టింగ్ కామన్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఇన్ రైటింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ బికాస్ ఇట్ ఎన్హాన్స్ వన్స్ క్లారిటీ అండ్ రీడబిలిటీ. దట్స్ వాట్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో హియర్ వీ కెన్ లుక్ ఎట్ misplaced modifiers. So what are misplaced modifiers? A misplaced modifier is a word or phrase or clause that is improperly separated from the word. It modifies or describes. Because of this separation, sentences with misplaced modifiers often sound awkward, confusing, and downright logical. So here, misplaced, for example, the man walked his dog in a suit. Wrong. The man in a suit walked his dog. Correct version. Similarly, she almost drove her kids to school every day. She drove her kids to school almost every day, right? So these are the ones. So what are the tips? You can place modifiers as close as possible to the words they are supposed to modify, and you can reread your sentences to ensure they clearly convey the intended meaning. అందుకైనా మంచిది ఒక 2 సార్లు చదివినట్టయితే మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. అలాగే మిమ్మల్ని ప్రశ్నించుకోవచ్చు. ఈచ్ మోడిఫైయర్ ఈజ్ డిస్క్రైబింగ్ అండ్ ఎన్ష్యూర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ద కరెక్ట్ పొజిషన్లో ఉందా లేదా చెక్ చేయాలి. అది మీరు చేయాల్సిన పని. టిప్స్. అలాగే ఐడెంటిఫైయింగ్ కామన్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఇన్ రైటింగ్ విత్ రిఫరెన్స్ టు టెన్సెస్. మనకు తెలుసు టెన్సెస్ ఎర్రర్స్ అకర్స్ when the verb tenses within a sentence or paragraph are not consistent or causing confusion about the timing of the actions. Correct use of tenses is crucial for clarity and coherence in writing. Common errors include mixing past, present, and future tenses incorrectly. Let us look at examples. He's going to the market yesterday. He's going to the market yesterday. It's wrong. He went to the market yesterday. It's a simple past. Similarly, she will finish her homework when you arrived. This is also wrong. She will finish her homework when you arrive. Correct. What she, similarly she walk, right? This or something like you can look at she was walking to the store and buy some milk. You just look at mixing both the past continuous and simple present. She was walking to the store and bought some milk. You have to use two actions with past tense. Whenever you are looking at the tenses, you just try to avoid tense errors, maintain consistency in verb tenses with sentences and paragraphs, right? If you are using a sentence, two sentences combining, you just look at whether the two sentences are past, present or future. Or are you mixing them? Don't mix them, you just use it. And even paragraph also, and establish a clear timeline for actions and ensure verbs accurately to reflect the timeline. And when shifting tenses is necessary, ensure it is logical and clearly indicates a change in time. You have to ensure these things while doing this. And next one, reading. Under reading, we have sub skills of reading: intensive reading and extensive reading. Let us look at reading. Is we know that it's a multifaceted skill that can be divided into various sub skills, like serving different purposes and contexts. In this video, we are focusing only on two important sub skills such as intensive and extensive reading. Understanding this can help readers enhance their comprehension and overall reading efficiency. Let us look at intensive reading. Intensive reading involves detailed, in depth examination of short text. This approach focuses on understanding every word, phrase, and sentence, and it aims to grasp the nuances, grammar, vocabulary, and overall structure of the text. So, characteristics, when we look at the characteristics, it focuses on details. So, readers pay close attention to specific information and language use. And short text, the focus is on typically involves shorter text such as articles, essays, passages from books. And high comprehension emphasizes thorough understanding and retention of content, and active engagement, right, often involves note taking, highlighting, and discussing the text. So what are the benefits of intensive reading? It improves vocabulary, it helps in learning new words and their usage in context, and it enhances knowledge of grammatical structures and syntax. So that's why it's better grammar understanding. In-depth comprehension, um, it aids in grasping detailed information and complex ideas. Critical thinking, it encourages analysis and critical evaluation of the text. So, intensive reading involves detailed, careful reading of short text. It focuses on understanding the text fully, including vocabulary, grammar, and nuances. And next one, we have extensive reading. So, extensive reading uh, involves reading large amounts of material for general understanding and enjoyment. The focus is on reading fluency and getting an overall grasp of the text rather than understanding every detail. So when we look at the characteristics, it readers look for general ideas and themes rather than specific details. It involves reading longer texts such as novels, magazines, newspapers, and emphasizes oral understanding and fluency. Um, Extensive reading usually done for pleasure or for general information, to get general information. And what are the benefits of extensive reading? So it helps to increase reading speed, improving reading fluency and speed, and encourages a love for reading and literature. Exposure, right, introduces readers to various writing styles and genres. It provides a broad understanding of different topics and cultures. Extensive reading involves reading longer text or large volumes of text for general understanding and pleasure. So this is about the reading. And next moves to the writing. This is a kind of writing. It's a writing formal format of a letter, or writing formal letters. It's we have, let us look at the format of a formal letter. So it has 8 different things like sender's address, date, recipient's address, salutation, subject, body, closing, and signature. Let us focus on one by one. Sender's address, this is the person who is sending it. Sometimes maybe you are using letterhead, then no need to write, otherwise you have to write the sender's address. Sender is you are sending the letter, so you have to write your address, from address. Next, the date on when you are writing it, so maybe you write the date. Next one, recipient address. Recipient address is whom you're referring, whom you're writing this letter. So to address. Salutation, salutation is dear sir or madam. Sometimes people write respected sir or madam. Not required to write respected sir or madam, you can say sir or madam. And next one, subject. After salutation you have to write subject. So most of the students, they write subject first and then salutation. No, after sir or madam you write the subject. What is the subject? Complain or request or anything, you write it. And body. So body, don't write one paragraph. So here you divide body into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs minimum, and write the first paragraph, introduce yourself and introduce the problem, and second paragraph what you are expecting or what you are doing it, and try to provide that. And next, closing. So here it goes sincerely and your name. So because nowadays everyone is following black format style, so you have to use only 2 punctuation marks, right? 2 punctuation marks, we can look at 2 punctuation marks where closing and salutation use only 2 punctuation marks. Let us look at a letter of complaint. One letter of complaint, right? So here when we look at the letter of complaint, so how one can written letter of complaint. So here sender's address already is there, date is there, recipient address, salutation, subject here complaint regarding defective product. So what is the subject? Complaint regarding defective product. So here I'm trying to express my dissatisfaction with the laptop I purchased from your store on July 1st, 2024. Maybe despite the following instruction, the laptop has multiple issues including frequent crashes and non-functional touchpad. I request a replacement or a full refund. So here we are just writing a kind of complaint to the owner. Next, letter of requisition. Maybe just I'm giving some sample letters just to get an idea how to drop the letter. Okay, so here maybe if you get a requisition, right, it is a request letter, just look at more to the subject, a requisition for office supplies. So I'm writing to request the following office supplies. So here you can use the box, because of the space problem I've used only a kind of running sentence, but you don't use it, you just write a kind of paragraph, right? Otherwise table, you give the table and write the number of items and all this. Even don't give body, like after that you directly write 3 paragraphs, that indicates it's a kind of body. Even closing, right? This is the one. Next, let us move to email etiquette. So this is also important. Sometimes you may get this. That's what you have to use a clear and concise subject line when you drop the email. So generally we won't write all the things who's writing and all that, because they are already predetermined, right? So your name, time, everything is there. That's what here you have to use the subject line, which is very very important, because sometimes we look at the subject and then decide whether it is to open or not. That's what it should be catchy. Begin with formal greeting. So once you write with formal greeting, like good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Don't say hi. Keep the email brief and to the point. So don't beat about the bush. Don't అంటే అంత పనికిరానిది రాయకుండా డైరెక్ట్గా అసలు పర్పస్ ఏంటో అది మాత్రమే రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్, యూజ్ ప్రాపర్ గ్రామర్ అండ్ పంక్చువేషన్. సో మీరు ప్రాపర్ అదే కరెక్ట్ గ్రామర్ పంక్చువేషన్ చెక్ చేసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. అలాగే క్లోజ్ విత్ ఫార్మల్ సైన్ అప్ చేసేటప్పుడు కూడా బాయ్ అని కాకుండా మంచిగా రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. లెట్ us look at one sample email, right? So here, subject meeting request for project discussion. Dear Dr. Lee. So yeah, this is a formal kind of thing. I hope this mail finds you well, because it's everyone writes well. I'm writing to request a meeting to discuss the progress of the XYZ project. Please let me know your availability next week. So this, just look at it, is a very plain, formal and direct. No unnecessary information కదా. అలా ఏది రాస్తున్నా ఈమెయిల్ మాత్రం వెరీ పర్టికులర్గా ఉండాలి, వెరీ సింపుల్గా ఉండాలి. ఇక్కడ తర్వాత థ్యాంక్ యూ, మెయిల్స్ ఇది. అలాగే ఇంకొకటి మనకి యా మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్స్‌లో ఉంటుంది. జాబ్ అప్లికేషన్ విత్ సీవీ ఆర్ రెజ్యూమే అని. సో, దీన్ని ఎలా రాయాలి? మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏం చేస్తారంటే వాళ్ళు కవర్ లెటర్ ఒకటి రాస్తారు. సీవీ, రెజ్యూమే వదిలేస్తారు. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ జాబ్ అప్లికేషన్ విత్ సీవీ ఆర్ రెజ్యూమే అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ లెటర్ రాయాలి. అలాగే రెజ్యూమే లేదా సీవీ కూడా అటాచ్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సో, ఇక్కడ నేను జనరల్ ఫార్మాట్ ఇస్తున్నాను. మీరు ఈ ఫార్మాట్‌ని గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని రాసేయండి. మీకు మార్క్స్ వస్తాయి. సెండర్స్ అడ్రస్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా సెండర్స్ అడ్రస్ అని రాయకూడదు. నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ సెండర్స్ అడ్రస్ బట్ డోంట్ రైట్ సెండర్స్ అడ్రస్ బికాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ ఫ్రమ్. Okay, from, and you write your name. If you don't want to use it from, you just ignore from and write the address without commas and all that. Next, date. Okay, date directly you can write the date and you can ignore date. Next, recipient address. To write the to and write their address. Salutation, no need to write salutation, directly you can write dear HR manager. Next, subject, write application for the post of what post. Here I am assuming that it's writing marketing manager, so you write a trainee engineer or whatever that. Next, body, I am writing to apply for the position of marketing engineer, marketing manager at DEF corporation with our 5 years of experience in marketing industry. I am confident to in my this is experienced, right, people, because CV is uh, prepared for experienced people. Resume is done for freshers. So here you can write 3 paragraphs, right? I would like to apply for the post of trainee engineer in your company with reference to the advertisement on so and so newspaper and so and so date. And next, in the second paragraph, I have completed uh, B.Tech with so and so percentage. I would like to apply for that particular position in your company, so consider my application. I mastered so and so skills. You mention all those things in body. Next, closing and all that. You can attach your resume. Okay, you can. I hope you prepared your resume and you attach the resume. In case if you have not done with it, you can look into my channel. I have prepared entire video on cover letter, how to write a letter, and even I prepared a video on how to prepare resume. You can check them. And in case if you have any doubts, you can just give a comment. Right? Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Communication skills for everyone for more academic and educational videos.